Sonic Beats.
Hey, Bo here. Welcome to another great day at Bear Island. An island where all the conversation is laid bare. As always, my co-pilot, Peyton. Peyton, how you doing today?
I'm tired.
Tell me how you really feel.
No, it's good to be here. It's good to be back. I'm very excited for our second episode. Just low energy, but I'm excited.
You don't need to say second episode. We got the inaugural out of the way, so you don't need to like third, fourth, fifth, sixth. I think
now I'm going to go out of my way to do it every single time.
I really hope you don't.
Oh man, Bo, how are you doing?
Doing wonderful. Ready to talk about the soup du jour, or the topic du jour.
The topic.
Which is French for the topic of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Topic of the day. So what do you want to talk about?
Bo, I want to tell you about this Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
Well, I mean, last time we talked about Disney, is there something good?
Well, so for context, I have seen the movie. I have.
I have not. I have not seen the movie.
Bo Island has not seen.
I am a skeptic on the movie.
Skeptic. I went in excited because the first two are very killer. First two Guardians are very killer. Love them to death. But also outside of Spider-Man, I really haven't enjoyed a Marvel movie, and even then, calling it a Marvel movie, you don't know if you can or not because it's Sony. It was run by Sony. Right. So I haven't really enjoyed a Marvel movie since Endgame, and it was really good. It was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. I wasn't sure how I felt about it when I walked out of the theater. I didn't stay for the end credit scenes. That's the first time I've ever done that for a Marvel movie. I had no interest.
Isn't that half the entertainment of a Marvel movie?
Well, the thing is, I don't care about the longevity of Marvel anymore. It was the movie. I was there to watch the third and final in the trilogy of Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
Okay.
And it was very good. I mean, there's a lot of highs, great highs in that movie. Not many lows. I mean, there's nothing I'll really complain about. I really don't have anything to complain about the movie. Not to say it's perfect. You can definitely pick away at it, but nothing that I'm going to go out of my way to bash, quite frankly.
Well, how would you rate it then? So if, as a person who hasn't seen it, on a 1 to 10 ratio, 10, you need to go see it immediately. 1, it's dog trash. Don't even waste your time on it.
I'd give it like an 8.5.
8.5.
8.5. And the only thing holding me back from a 9, I can't say what's holding me back from a 9. I want to rewatch it again just to really hone in on what I liked and disliked about it. But overall, very good Marvel movie. I mean,
okay.
However, one thing I will say, and I think one thing that people need to know going in, is that this movie is not like the other two. It doesn't have that same comedy or near the amount of comedy.
Okay, so it's a little heavier.
A little bit heavier.
A little bit more serious.
Heavier. And what's interesting is at work, people were telling me how violent it was and how dark it was. And I was like, it's a Marvel movie. It's Guardians. They get pretty adult in those movies, but nothing too crazy. But
yeah, Gamora.
Yes,
spoiler: if you haven't watched Endgame, Gamora died.
Yes.
So
yeah. But I mean, there's some heavy stuff in there, man, and it can be pretty impactful, and it'll the person I went with was bawling by the end of the movie.
Wow.
I'm not going to say for why they were crying. Right. Various things, but
how was your tear ducts?
There was probably one moment where I almost, I got a little misty-eyed, but other than that, I was good. But I mean, overall, great. And now and it makes more sense now why they did the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special, because that was so lighthearted and just so entertaining, just nothing but fun for 45 minutes.
Well, let me ask you: do you need to watch the Christmas special to go? I mean, to properly enjoy the third one?
No, not at all. However, there is a key piece of information in the Christmas special that is revealed about two of the characters that they just drop. They just kind of throw it in there at the beginning of the third movie, and I could imagine it'd be pretty jarring, having not known that information. You'd be like, "Wait, what? When did that happen?"
I've seen the Christmas special.
Okay,
I
so
have a feeling
spoilers
I
for
know
the Christmas special.
No, do not give spoilers
No,
for the
no
Christmas
spoilers.
special.
Okay.
It's a little recent to be given spoilers too.
No, fair enough. But yeah, that's just one thing I would advise people. I mean, it's nothing too crazy. It won't take you out of it, but it is jarring.
Wow,
it just
you were
seems like
you
it
were
comes out of
going to give
nowhere.
a spoiler to something that
It was
just
in Christmas
came out.
time. We're fine.
That wasn't even 6 months ago.
Go watch the Guardians of the
You
Galaxy
want to tell me how
Christmas
Black
special.
Panther ends, or
I haven't seen the new Black Panther.
You haven't seen the new Black
No.
Panther?
Now I have heard that one's good. I haven't seen it, but I have heard good things about it.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Did you?
I wasn't in a rush to watch it, but that's a different topic. Well, let's stick to Guardians of the Galaxy because
stick to it.
I have some things to say about
Guardians or Black Panther.
Black Panther in general.
Okay, so we'll make that its own topic. We'll get down that road.
Nothing,
We'll get down that
nothing
road.
crazy.
Well, let me
revolutionary.
watch it first, and then we'll come
Oh,
back to
yeah,
that.
yeah,
We'll come
we'll
back to
definitely-
that. Yeah.
That's homework for you. Homework for next time.
Yeah, I'm gonna
okay.
write it down on my pen here.
So I wanted to ask you about Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, please.
because it is directed by James Gunn. He directed the other Guardians of the Galaxies.
Yes.
But he's also taking over DC.
Yes.
DC movies.
Yes, he is.
From now on. He's the head honcho along with Saffron, something like that. Old Pete. And so he's taken over at DC. Does the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, part 3, does it give you, because you were talking about how you're not jacked up for Marvel going on in the future.
No.
But does this kind of, because I wouldn't say you've been like a huge, banner waver for like DC movies.
No.
Does this make you excited for DC in the future?
I've been excited about DC for a little bit ever since what was it? The Suicide Squad dropped. And I liked that movie. I really liked that James Gunn Suicide Squad movie. I didn't finish Peacemaker, but I loved what I did see. I just went to school midway through the season. I just got distracted. But
School does that too.
yeah, it does it.
Luckily, you're done with that. So
Thank God. But no, and then I heard that James Gunn was going to take over, and I have faith in him. Watching that third movie, I mean, I think he stuck the landing. There's some things I would have done differently, but I mean, the execution was great. The CGI was excellent, which I haven't seen from Marvel in a while. Especially, I mean, God, have you seen Moon Knight?
Moon Trash.
Yeah, Moon Trash. You seen Moon Trash?
Moon Trash,
Well,
yes.
except for the first episode.
I will admit that I did. I was intrigued after the first episode.
Oh, yeah.
But the first episode was then ruined by the entire series about
I agree.
how awful that was.
Man.
Or as I like to say, hot trash.
But to my point,
hey,
the
some
CGI
people-
in that show sucked. They
some,
rushed it.
Some people like their cucumbers
No,
pickled.
some people do. Some people like their CGI bad, and I don't. And then Guardians 3, it wasn't. It looked great. There was clear care into the decisions that were made, the creative decisions that were made, and it didn't feel like building. It didn't feel like a building block for future Marvel projects. It felt like the end of its own trilogy.
So
I left satisfied.
basically, if you watch the Guardians movies, you like the Guardians movie, this is a good finish to it then?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, it's Marvel, so nothing's really over.
100%.
And there's little hints of that, obviously. But it's
Yeah,
not.
I'm
it
not-
doesn't leave you being like, "Oh my God, I have to see what happens."
Yeah, I'm
next."
not looking forward to any kind of trash B team
No,
Guardians that they're going to put together.
It gives closure while also allowing for a little wiggle room with particular characters. that shall not be named for spoiler reasons.
Now,
but yeah.
how did the other characters in Guardians of the Galaxy react to being in a movie with Mario? What did they think about that?
Well, there was no racing on the Rainbow Bridge in Guardians, which automatically demoted it a star down for me. Personally.
So you have a chance to go see one movie this year. What's the movie you watch? What's the movie you watch?
Oh, this whole year.
This whole year. Could you please not breathe into the mic?
I'd probably go. I'm gonna go with the Dune. I'm going with Dune. I'm going with the Dune Part 2.
Well, I'm at already released. How many?
You said this year. You said year 2023.
Well, up to we've had. We've had
Guardians.
five
Guardians
months.
3.
5 months of movies.
Guardians 3 for me.
So you're saying Guardians is better than Mario in your eyes?
Guardians has me more invested. Like Mario was so fun. I love that movie. But Guardians, I mean that's sacred to me.
So you're putting Guardians over John Wick?
Well, I haven't seen John Wick.
You haven't seen John Wick.
I haven't seen John Wick 4. I have not seen John Wick 4. That could influence my opinion if I were to watch it. I imagine that could possibly do it. But even then, I mean, I have faith in James Gunn in the Guardians 3. Like even beforehand, like if I were going in and you gave me those 3 options before I had seen him, I'd still probably go Guardians.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my answer. My final answer.
Well, sounds good to me. So Guardians of the Galaxy, if you haven't seen it, go see it.
Highly recommend.
Highly recommended.
Oh, and one more thing.
8.5 out of 10.
One more thing I would say about that movie that I would agree on.
One more thing.
Is I saw a post on Reddit where this was before the movie officially dropped. People were rating the movie, pre-screen reactions, whatever. And they were saying that the reviews ranged from the movie was uneven to it's the best Marvel movie in years. And someone commented, yeah, I believe both of those things simultaneously. And you know what? Yeah, no, it's true. Like, I 100% agree with that sentiment, and I think it's definitely there. But I feel like that's every James Gunn movie, and the highs of a James Gunn movie just supersede the lows. 100%.
So when you watch this movie, you kind of looked at it as kind of an ending of the era because, you didn't see the post-credit scenes, so you're not looking forward to any other Marvel movies coming out in the future. So this was
with few exceptions.
With few exceptions. What are those exceptions?
Blade. They're rewriting it right now, and they got Mahershala Ali, one of my favorite actors.
Yeah, but it's writer strike going on right now.
That's true. But even then, I really I have high hopes for Blade. Then Deadpool 3. I am very excited about Deadpool 3 with Hugh Jackman
and Ryan Reynolds.
And Ryan Reynolds. So yeah.
I will, but
that might be the only 2 that I can think of off the top of my head. Maybe the new season of Daredevil on Disney Plus.
That's a big if. That's a big
because they're not bringing the writers back from the original show, are they?
I don't believe so, and
I have reservations.
It's not being produced by the same people. It's a Disney property now,
right? No, and that makes sense.
And you know how I feel about that.
They're bringing back Wilson Fisk. They're bringing back Matt Murdock. They're bringing back the Punisher for that show, but I don't know if they can do it. Born Again is one of my favorite graphic novels I've ever read, and I really don't know if they can pull it off.
John Bernthal as Punisher.
I'll watch it.
Is fantastic. Daredevil, the Netflix series that is now on Disney Plus, is some of the best Marvel material to come out, and one of my favorite shows. I love that show, quite frankly.
Absolutely. Oh, of course. It's amazing.
Oh, so good.
It's so good.
If you haven't seen the original Daredevil series, it is fantastic. Absolutely. Go get yourself a free trial Disney Plus, but make sure you cancel it before you have to pay for it and watch that, because that is fantastic.
Oh, I 100% agree. And I think we should delve more into that at a later episode, like to commit a full
no. It deserves its due diligence. It deserves its due diligence.
But still.
All right.
Go watch it.
Well, with that, we'll move on, I guess.